Fuck, we still exist. Phase Boy Podcast.
Again.
97 seconds.
Again.
Joe
Hey,
Skelly.
mijo. Hey, mijo, you still working over the old double deuce?
Now listen, there was a ton of dudes back then who became bouncers because of that movie.
And if you don't know what movie that is we're talking about,
You need to go look it up.
you need to look it
Send
up.
us an email. We'll help you find it. We're not going to name it because it's a name that shall not be named.
But, you know, that's a guy that had a good career.
Oh, yeah. Patrick Swayze is the best.
Wolverines.
Yep. I mean, the all-time greatest was Soda Pop.
That was one. But okay, I'm not going to. You
Yeah.
mean Pop. We'll just call him Pop.
Soda Pop.
You know what? I'm not going to take away his name because it totally changes
That's right.
everything. But they weren't referring to the beverage.
Pony Boy's mad.
Yeah.
Pony Boy's can come up and whoop on you, try to kill you again in your room with the heater.
You know, Wolverines was like one of my favorite movies.
Oh, yeah.
Dude,
Come
if
on.
you didn't like Wolverines growing up as a kid, there was something
you're not
wrong with you.
American.
You are not American by
No.
any means. By any means.
And if you like the newer
Whoa,
Wolverines,
yeah, what did you think of that one?
you're still not American.
Yeah, no.
No, it
Nothing
was,
can replace the original.
It had a good couple of one-liners. But I mean, you know,
All right, fair enough.
no Patrick Swayze. What?
Hey, mijo. You still working at the old double douche? All right. You know,
Oh, excuse me.
I never became a fighter pilot.
No? They
Fact.
got a lot of infantry fighter pilots?
In fact, I never became a fighter pilot. I wanted to be one, because Top Gun. Top Gun
Are you
came
poking
out.
fun at me?
No, I'm not poking fun at you, bro.
Because I
I'm just
love
saying-
that movie. I just never wanted to be a fighter pilot.
I wanted to be a fighter pilot because I wanted to hear that music playing through my head
Oh, my
while I was
God.
shooting around in the sky. Right?
You know I solved that.
Think about Goose. How'd you solve that?
Oh, I just play flight simulators where I get into dogfights and I play that song really fucking loud while I play the simulator.
So
I'm dead serious.
this is akin to you not going into the woods, right?
Oh, yeah.
This is your workaround for not getting into a fighter plane.
I mean, dude, I wasn't going to fit. I learned that pretty early on. I was pretty tall.
Okay.
But no, man, there's only one game. You know that.
Is that why Tom Cruise was a great fighter pilot? Because he's
because
so short?
he's 5'2.5" minus 5.
Right.
No, he was a good fighter.
He's as tall as Glenn Danzig.
He was, oh my God. He was a good fighter pilot because they had to use Scientology effects to make him look better.
Or was it that his Scientology helped him achieve and become a better fighter pilot?
I don't know.
What would L. Ron Hubbard say about this?
I also don't know.
Well, I didn't become a fighter pilot because when I was talking about it at home, my mom straight up told me they would shoot my plane with a missile and blow me up.
Oh my God.
And she wouldn't have a son to bury because I'd be scattered everywhere.
So your fix to this was to join the hardest fighting machine in the world.
Yeah, well, when you say it like that.
When you say it like that, we really got to date and age these thoughts. Because the first thought was from the 8-year-old Joe Skelly, and the second thought's from the 18-year-old Joe Skelly.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
right. No, it makes sense.
Yeah. So here's an interesting fact for you. Interesting fact of the day. Have you ever heard of the Cookson type repeating rifle?
Negative.
And I'm willing to bet that 99% of our listeners out there have never heard of this. There's only one of them in existence.
Well, our listeners aren't allowed to acknowledge that they're listeners. So yes,
No, that's right.
none of them.
First rule of Base Boys podcast is what?
We don't talk about Bass Boys podcasts.
Right.
Don't even tell your mom that you listen to it. I'll probably tell her later, though. I'll text her. But anyways, go.
So there's only one of these in existence, right?
So this rifle.
Rifle. It was
Okay.
a 13-shot repeating rifle.
From what year?
Revolutionary War. Which was unheard of technology at the time,
Right.
right? This guy, John Shaw, developed it, right? He only made one, took it to the War Department and said, I've developed this waterproof 13-shot repeating rifle. And I want to sell it to you guys.
Waterproof was important because
Out in the battlefield, if you have a flintlock, it's not going to work in the rain, right? If you have one of those old-fashioned with the wicks on it, that ain't working in the rain.
I'll tell you what. Well, so didn't they already have? What were they using in that war?
They weren't at percussion caps yet. I
thought they were near the end.
Oh, they might have been.
Because I know they had no, they were using they were using ball and cap and all that other shit with the you would like load it in with wax and in the revolvers.
Right.
Because I almost bought one once until I read how you had to load it, and I was like, fuck that, I don't have time for this.
It's too much
Not
work.
to mention I'm not trying to blow my hand up when I do this wrong, so I'm good on that.
Right.
That noise. But no, I guess waterproof. So what happened when it rained? They just stopped fighting for the day?
Yeah, I mean, it would probably get brutal and get to like hand-to-hand unless they stopped fighting altogether.
Do you think they went to the grocery store and got a bag and just put it over the top of the gun?
No.
That's what I would have done. Right. I'd have been like, hey, give me that Albertsons bag so I can wrap it over my gun and just keep going.
So I can keep fighting?
Give me a Ziploc bag and put it on there.
So this guy develops this 13-shot waterproof repeating rifle, takes it to the War Department. War Department's that's totally sweet. We want you to test it for us.
Why was it 13 shots?
Because it had a cylinder mechanism in it.
But why 13?
I don't know. I think it's 13. I might be wrong.
That might have been his lucky number.
It might be like 9 or something weird, but it was more than like 6.
Okay.
Right?
Which was the biggest revolver that they had at the time?
They didn't even have revolvers then.
Damn.
Not during the Revolutionary War.
Oh, we're going back to the Revolutionary. I thought you said Civil War.
No, Revolutionary War.
That's what I'm saying. You're looking at me like I'm crazy talking about revolvers and shit. I'm like, what are you talking about, bro? I seen the movie with Colin Farrell running around with a 6 gun. That motherfucker was killing a whole bunch of people in the Civil War. Oh, we're going to Revolutionary War. All right, let's rewind and go back. Okay.
Back to the Revolutionary War.
Okay, so definitely not getting the Albertsons grocery bag.
No, not happening.
So that's why you're sitting here like waterproof, and I'm like, who the hell cares about that? Well, they got wax in the caps. What does it matter? Okay. So
guy develops it. They said, yes, we want it. We'll buy these if they function, right?
Right.
So they said, bring it up to DC and test it for us, right?
Okay.
So they set up tents out in the big field, right? They wait for a rainstorm. Guy gets out in the rainstorm.
Good.
Fires 1 shot.
Makes sense.
Fires 2 shots.
Makes sense.
Fires 3 shots.
Good. It's going well.
Goes to take the 4th shot.
We're selling a gun.
We're getting ready to sell this gun. And he gets struck by lightning.
And
he's killed dead on the spot. Dead as Julius Caesar.
Oh, that's not good.
Right. It's not good. But here's the problem. He's the only one that had the prototype. There was only one made. He was the only one that had the blueprints, and nobody knew where they were, and nobody could find them because he had hid them away because he didn't want his patent or his idea to be stolen.
Good idea. Key and lock.
And unfortunately, never got mass produced.
You're telling me that the U.S. government, our super intelligent, smart, wonderful U.S. government, couldn't backwards engineer this little waterproof gun?
Unable to reverse engineer this gun.
Could we make it today?
Oh, yes.
That'd be cool.
That'd be cool.
13-round waterproof gun.
That'd be sweet, right?
I mean, my Glock seems to work in water pretty well. So, not 100%.
The one you took on safari?
Yeah. Oh, fuck.
With your 33-round magazines?
Jesus.
So here's the thing. It's on display. It's an incredible piece of history. What do you think how would the technology have changed the war?
Well, I mean, we won, so it would have just helped us win faster.
I would agree with that statement.
Much faster. Imagine a young Mel Gibson running around killing redcoats with a semi-automatic,
essentially
waterproof 13-round repeater.
Right. Instead of having like 15 Kentucky long rifles slung across his back.
Slung into this tree and that tree and that tree and this tree.
Right, with his tomahawk.
He's like, dink, dink, runs back, fucking runs to the other side, dink, dink, runs to the other side, dink, dink.
How many rifles did he lose in that movie?
Then lots. Then he gets done and he's like, son, do you know what I have my tomahawk for? To open my MREs. That's all I hear from guys. That's what we use our knife for, to open the MRE. Okay, if you say so, boss.
They get that giant knife.
Right.
Giant, like what was the knife they had in Predator? Giant ass Bowie.
Giant Bowie knife from K-Bar or some shit. Wasn't even from K-Bar. It was just the one with the shitty compass on the bottom. He was trying to find his way through the jungles.
Isn't that Rambo? Oh no, that was
know.
Schwarzenegger. That was Schwarzenegger.
Both of them.
Yeah,
both of them. I have no idea.
With the big sawtooth back.
Good Lord.
You know, Mel Gibson's character was based on a real person, right?
Which one? Which character?
In The Patriot. The real person's name was the Swamp Fox.
Oh.
He was out of the Carolinas.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a legit thing.
That's a legit thing. It was based on a real character.
Did they try to kidnap his kid?
I don't know. I mean, if all that's part of it, I mean, there might be some of that. You'd have to do the research and read up on the story, but it was a real person. They called him the Swamp Fox.
I know about the Desert Fox.
Rommel?
Little Rommel here, little Rommel there.
Oh, God. That totally went in a different direction. But, hey, it is what it is, right?
Hey, he could have won the war for us.
He could have. So I never became a fighter pilot. And I
you were afraid of going boom boom?
I was afraid of getting blowed up in the midair and
blow it up.
And not being able to eject, you know.
You know, it's a good thing guys like Goose exist.
Why is that?
Because he wasn't afraid of getting blowed up in the air.
No, he wasn't.
He should have been more afraid of that fucking head cover, though.
Yeah, he should have been more afraid of that his fighter pilot was a little flying by the seat of his pants, hoping that...
Thanks a lot, Tom Cruise. I don't like you because you're dangerous. Yeah.
Oh, we're getting into Val Kilmer now.
Yeah.
The Iceman.
You know he didn't want to do that movie.
I did not know that.
Yeah, I learned that in this documentary the other day. He did not want to do it because he felt it was I believe he said warmongering movie. Is that what that is?
Okay.
How going to school to learn how to fight a jetter pilot is, or a fucking fighter jet thing is warmongering. I'm not really sure, but maybe I'm wrong. I could have been misquoted. I was drunk.
I'm always amazed at how these Hollywood actors and actresses are like.
I'm not.
I'm against guns, but they've made their fortune in movies where they use gun violence.
See, that's true. Did our engineer just? Oh, he's making weird noises over there. So I'm not, because here's why. People on our side of the fence are always amazed that the people on the other side want to dress up for Halloween. Is it really that amazing? It's not, because the whole reason their entire existence revolves around dressing up and playing dress up is because they don't want to deal with that shit.
Oh.
That's the whole reason.
That's your take on it.
It's the yin and the yang. The yang and the yang. The yingy yangy.
And the gang.
Yeah, of course. Think about it. So that's another point here. Here's another one. I know this gentleman. Shout out to my boy Monkey, because he's awesome. He's a big mentor of mine and everything, and he's in the arts. But he told me one time, he said, you know what? Media tries to perpetuate rap culture by showing white people this shit to make them afraid of black people. And I was like, homeboy, you're fucking serious right now. You believe that? He said, yeah, of course. Why else would rap be famous? I said, the same reason that fucking every mobster, mafia, gangland, warriors movie is famous. All these regular folks want to go do and pretend to be gang until it's time to do gang shit.
I guess that makes sense.
Of course it does.
So they're living vicariously.
Of course.
The life
of course.
They're afraid to really live.
Who can take Tekashi 6ix9ine real? Of course. And now we're back to Fight Club too, right? What is the entire man? In fact, let's not even take Fight Club. Fuck Fight Club. Put it to the side. Look at, since we've been going to school, what have they been teaching you? Remember, they taught there's man versus wild. It's man versus nature, man versus man, and then man versus self. It's always man versus self. That's what everything reels down to. Men are always looking for the place that they belong. Okay. And if you're intelligent enough, which I think we mentioned this before, about fighting. So or maybe not in the podcast, but we were talking about this. There's a fine line of going into a fight and believing you're going to win, but still knowing that you could get your ass thumped on. Right?
Yes.
So people know it'd be really super cool to fly that jet plane, but on the other end of it, putting in his fucking karate belt are going to knock you out of the fucking sky.
Right. And you might end up like the Challenger.
Right. We could really
all over South Florida.
We could drive across the country with that one kilo. Will change our lives forever. But on the same note, could get you Federal Reserve fucking hotel room stays for a very long time.
And change your life forever.
Is it worth it?
Right.
It's just not worth it.
To me, it wasn't worth it, dude. Going Mach 2.5 wasn't worth.
There's so many things to bring up against this mentality. Because again, we have to sit where the date is on Joe Skelly's mind.
Yes.
To 8-year-old Joe Skelly,
yes,
it wasn't worth it.
No.
That's because Top Gun wasn't out yet.
Yeah.
That's the big one.
Yeah.
And then Top Gun came out, and you were like, no, because
Top Gun came out, and I was like, fuck yeah.
You were, but then
Mom came along
and said no.
You'll be all over. You'll be a million pieces.
And then Full Metal Jacket came out, and you were like, fuck yeah, again. Trying to hang out with some animal mother.
Right. And Joe Skelly's mom was like, fuck no. And I'm like, fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Shit's happening.
Shit's happening. This is going down for real.
Yeah. But again, back to this whole thing of perpetuating this life cycle, I told my friend, I said, look, man, I understand what you believe, and I understand they're trying to make you afraid, quote unquote. And I get that, perpetuate fear, but that doesn't answer the question of why 100 million people would watch a video. Some of these guys got like 100 million views on their YouTube shit from these music videos, right? And they're spouting off flags and they're throwing gang signs and all this other shit. It is because a culture that you're not from makes you curious. This is the age, it's time before everything. It can be looked at right now.
Is that why as a kid everybody's fascinated with the Egyptian culture?
Of course.
Name one kid that wasn't fascinated by the Egyptian stuff.
Everybody is.
Everybody
watched Brendan Fraser fight that mummy.
Right. And even as an adult, secretly somewhere in the back of your heart, you want to be like the guy that found Tutankhamun's
Without a doubt.
tomb.
Without a doubt. I would carry a leather jacket with a satchel and a nice fedora and a
you
whip.
want Indiana Jones on this.
It's all the same.
I'm
It's all
talking about
relative.
What was his name? Sir, I can't think of his name. They found Tutankhamun's tomb, right?
I don't know, but
And then like out of his party, all those people died. Right? They thought it was a curse.
It's just malaria.
Actually, I think they found out what it was.
What?
It was bacteria in the mummies.
Oh, yeah, man. Well, you're not supposed to touch it and then go fucking eat marshmallows and shit. And let's just face facts. Hygiene wasn't that big back then.
Right. No. So like the mummies are like full of bacteria and they were all breathing it in after it had been sealed in those tombs.
Licking
forever.
it. One bitch crawled in and macked with it and then slept with all the other guys. That's what happened. Let's not be crazy. Deep down, we know what happened.
Deep down.
But again, back to this lifestyle thing, it is always the age old. That's why you find how many nerds do we know here? Shout out to some of our boys here who buy these goofy Eastern European costumes and Eastern European guns and collect them.
There's a whole slew.
Right. I believe they're called goon boys nowadays.
Are they?
AK Goonie boys and all. I don't know. I'm not part of that culture. I don't know. But I've seen them on
the gram.
On the gram.
You can catch him on the gram.
Shout out to the Photo Mojo and his crew because I know he's running with all them boys. Got more AKs than they know what to do with.
Catch him on the gram.
Right. And it's the same thing though. So you take, whatever you see, it's going to become interesting when you don't see it regularly in your life.
Okay.
There's no fear perpetuated that. Listen, I don't know about you, but I'm not afraid of a dude with a rainbow haircut and rainbow teeth. That's just not something that fucking puts me afraid. And people are like, oh, it's gang life. I don't think so.
No, that was a little weird for gang life.
That's all that is.
Yeah.
It's flashy.
Right. It's to get attention.
Right. And look at all the people here in America who have Japanese tattoos.
Listen, that guy.
We love other cultures.
He got himself attention right into prison.
I hate to talk about that, but he's a clown. I called it from day one. And I loved him from day one.
Didn't he snitch?
So he did.
They said he sang like a canary.
Well, of course he did. He was getting robbed by his own people.
Okay.
It was his own, and I'm using air quotes that you can't see, friends who were robbing him. What else are you going to do?
That's pretty shitty.
Right.
That's pretty shitty.
Well, what do you think's going to happen when you go pay real gang members to hang out with you?
Right.
I mean, there's a reason that they're a gang. There's a reason they're called criminals. They do things to exploit easy money bags.
For sure.
But going back to what my other friend said, the monkey, it's not about fear. It's about people who don't have that lifestyle who want to see it. And there is a romance to it. Who doesn't want Lambos and bitches?
Okay.
I could do without the Lambo, though. That's all I'm saying. Lambo's not worth it.
Look, I can't see myself spending the money on a Lambo.
No. Not
For
even
me,
a little
a
bit.
vehicle's totally utilitarian.
My older son asked me once, he said, what cool car would you get, Dad, if you had all the money in the world? I said, I would get a Honda Civic. And he said, what the fuck for? He didn't use a bad word, though. He's not allowed to cuss. But he said, what for? I said, because my ass just needs to go to the grocery store. Don't have many places to go these days. He says, yeah, but you can get a Lambo and go fast. I said, yeah, you go fast right into those tickets, too.
Right.
Good luck
Right.
with that.
Right.
Because you ain't going 120 to the grocery store.
And listen, you get on
That's
the
a mile
highway.
and a half away.
Listen, you get up on the highway, right?
Right.
And you go 3 exits, and you got to pull over and get more gas.
Right.
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 And with the cost of fuel today, I mean,
Not to mention, he can't get nobody in that car to hang out with. Right? Who you going to get?
yeah, you're not rolling 6 deep in a Lambo.
No.
But what about your Italian friend that said, why did they invent the Ferrari?
See, but that's logical. The Ferrari is just the peacock.
Okay, isn't a Lambo a peacock?
He's talking about using it as a fucking daily driver.
Dude, I'm not.
So
going
we're not
to,
talking about
listen,
party.
I'm
We're
not going to. I'm not going to Home Depot. In
Yeah,
my Lambo.
yeah, right. I'm not going to Home Depot in a Lambo to pick up women.
Right,
Right,
right. How am I going to get those sheets of drywall back in my Lambo?
right. Now, if we're talking about just picking up girls, again, now there's other vehicles that we can think of that would work just as well,
Like a minivan.
like a minivan. Now you say, how do you work that? It's easy. You roll up, you say, hey, mommy, I got a car big enough for you and your 5 kids. Come hang out with me. We'll go to the park. Boom.
Wow.
Done.
Wow.
Done.
Wow.
You don't even got to ask. That's right.
Fini.
97 seconds.
Fini.
You guys are all fucking littered. Listen. What's the
Look, Tyler's handing out life information.
life information?
lessons,
Write us an
lessons.
email if you can't get a girl. I'll help you. So easy.
He's got angles on angles on angles.
You just tell me how fast you need it done.
It's angles on angles. Send us an email. Send us an email.
The number one place to pick up a chick is the grocery store.
Okay.
You know what's going right into that body no matter what. She got donuts and Oreos in the cart, you better go the other way. And depending on what day, makes it even worse. If it's a fucking Wednesday, she's got nothing but donuts, Oreos, and fucking White Claw, you better run, motherfucker. You better run. Shouldn't be drinking none of that shit to begin with. On a fucking Wednesday, it's even worse.
Is that like kind of driving the handy van to the liquor store at like noon?
Okay, that's logical. That's logical. White Claw, Coke, and Oreos, it ain't logical. That ain't logical.
That's a terrible mix.
She's going to take you somewhere where some dude's going to run around the corner with a crowbar while you're making out and fucking whap you in the head. Fucking steal all your money, which you won't have much left of because she made you pay for the donuts and the Oreos and the fucking White Claw and shit. See, there's donuts in there now, too. So I can make her get the donuts.
That sounds like a trailer party.
I wasn't going to go there, but that's all I'm saying. And then, you're
What
at the
grocery stores are you hanging out in?
No, I avoid those ones. But
So you
come
like go
the-
to Whole Foods?
Yeah, exactly.
You go to Whole
You go to
Foods?
Whole Foods. You don't want to go to Whole Foods though. She's too picky.
Oh.
That's too much.
Save a lot.
Eh.
Is that
It doesn't matter which one. What matters is the cart. What's in the fucking cart? Are there vegetables? Is there bottled water?
What about
Is there an anti-itch cream?
Oh, that's important.
Right.
That's important.
I'm just saying, you go to what you're doing is you're going somewhere where someone has to expose their personal life to you without even uttering a word.
So how does this tie into not being a fighter pilot?
Because if you're a fighter pilot, you just go to the bar and get yourself a fighter pilot bunny.
Right.
If you're a normal guy like the rest of us, you got to go to the grocery store.
All right. So you hit the jukebox, you get the karaoke mic, and you just start singing.
The teriyaki mic?
The karaoke mic.
Karaoke mic.
Yeah. Karaoke.
Oh.
The karaoke mic. And you start singing songs to that beautiful flight instructor that she won't give you the time of day in class.
Till you tell her you were inverted.
Doing a 9G turn, giving the Russians the bird.
Everybody's giving the Russians the bird now.
Ooh. Ooh. Yeah.
Mm.
There's that.
Yeah, let's take away more black belts. Fucking idiots. We don't support this. Yeah, you don't support shit because you're hiding in the back worrying about a belt.
Do you think the Japanese are canceling Pokemon?
Oh, fuck.
Pokemon Go in Russia?
Wait, what? Is Japanese for where Pokemon came from?
Yeah.
I thought it came from like China or some shit.
No, it's a Japanese thing, I'm pretty sure. So you tell me, are they going to cancel Pokemon Go in Russia? I mean, what kind of
I don't even know.
I'm guessing there's still people walking around. Pokemon going.
I don't even know what to fucking say to this. What's sad is, and
you want to really apply pressure.
We're going way off topic here.
Totally
but what's really fucking sad is how many Americans were outside when Pokemon Go dropped. I've never seen so many motherfuckers outside.
Right.
How scary was that?
Right.
I mean, they were all attached to their phones still,
walking around like zombies.
Still scary.
Pokemon.
Oh fuck.
Screaming! I throw my Pokeballs. Or whatever the fuck they were doing.
So they have a Pokeball. I saw this in an article the other day. They have a Pokeball. No, I think I was reading like a business page. But anyways, they have a Pokeball that they developed so you can carry your Pokemon independently of the game now.
Okay.
Yes.
So my brain is not functioning.
Right. So
you need to...
So you go with that game where you pick up the Pokemon on your phone.
Mm-hmm.
Then you take your phone and Bluetooth it to a ball. And that ball's sole purpose in life is to contain your digital Pokemon. We knew this was happening. We're laughing. We're the same generation.
This is brilliant. This is brilliant. That was just another way for them to sell.
It is.
To sell something.
We're laughing, but we're the same fucking generation that wants hoverboards. That's all I'm saying. Tell me I'm wrong.
No, I wanted a hoverboard.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thanks to that guy who's got the shakes now.
Uh-huh. Holy fuck. Yes, that is true. Fuck. So, oh God, that one just derailed me, Joe Skelly. Now I'm derailed again. That's like the 9th time just in this episode.
Tyler, I apologize.
So we have these Pokeballs, which here's what I'm fucking upset about. Why the fuck are we making Pokeballs before the fucking hoverboard? Where's my fucking hoverboard?
Didn't they come out with the shoes?
What?
They came out with those shoes, right? Didn't Nike get the little Chinese kids to make those shoes that light up?
Oh my God.
I mean, I thought that was a thing, right?
Yeah.
But weren't they like $3,500? If you're a sneakerhead, email us and tell us about the hoverboard shoes from that movie with the DeLorean that goes back in time.
So those are really out. I went to look for those one day to buy them.
Okay.
The actual shoes from the movie.
Yes.
Mostly I wanted to know if we had any like quote unquote spin-offs. Like, you know what I mean? Like just a spin-off of the shoe. Does it
like
look
a
close
knockoff?
Not so much a knockoff, but something like that was supposed to be close. I wasn't aware that Nike really made a set.
Oh.
Oh no, I thought you were making a play on the fact that there really is a set. No, there is a shoe.
No,
yeah.
no, right.
Yeah.
I mean, shouldn't that make you happy? And you don't have your hoverboard yet, but you get the sneakers.
Yeah. I just thought it was crazy that they really did make them. It made sense. I mean, during that time.
So who halted the technology from the hoverboard?
Tom DeLonge. From fucking Blink-182. All the small things.
All the small things.
Fuck your hoverboard. I'm busy making not even punk rock, skater boy. Skater punk music.
Skater punk music, but isn't he the guy that's looking for aliens?
Yes, but it's...
So why would he halt the technology if he can get it from the aliens?
Yeah,
and
I fucked myself in that circle.
Silence.
Okay, so I don't know, but I'm still curious, if we can land people on the moon, why don't I have a fucking hoverboard? I'm too fucking, I don't want to say not coordinated, but not coordinated to be pumping on a regular skateboard. That's all I'm saying.
So how would you be safer on a hoverboard going faster above the ground?
Because I don't have to pump.
But if you fall from a hoverboard...
You ever hit a fucking crack in the road with a skateboard?
That's how I broke my arm.
Fuck. Well, okay then. I've only not been knocked on my back a few times from it, for the whole 2 weeks I skated. But I'm saying, like, we need to ask Ponyboy about that. Just be like, hey man, what's better? What's safer? I wish we could get him on the phone and be like, what's safer, a hoverboard or a regular skateboard?
Oh.
See,
that's a tough question.
See? And he's a surfer, so he'd kind of know.
Well, yeah, right.
That's the closest we have to a hoverboard is a surfboard.
Well,
because there's no like, all right, I look like a fucking retard. I need to stop talking. I'm trying to say there's no like, the energy is just moving on its own, right? It's like an electric board. But when you're in the water, you're not going to hit a fucking rock that throws you out from under. Once you've got that wave, you're going on the wave.
Okay.
Until you decide to dismount or
the wave throws you off.
Well, yeah. And the hoverboard could throw you off. You accidentally wheeled over a fucking, like a, yeah, see?
No, he jumped trash cans and all that in the movie.
Yeah, that's true. But he couldn't go on water.
Why not?
Because you remember what they said? They were like, you need a propulsion, blah, blah, blah. And they had the ones with the rockets that could go on water. But he didn't have that one. So he was like trying to move his leg and it didn't work.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're way fucking off here.
Way.
Let's just get back to talking about Putin's uniforms, because that's the last time I remember understanding what we were discussing here. So, fighter pilots.
Couldn't do it.
And Val Kilmer didn't want to do the movie because he thought it was like warmongering or something weird.
Yeah.
I don't remember exactly what he said, but it was basically like, I don't want to perpetuate the idea that war looks cool, is what I think he was saying.
Okay.
You know.
That's not necessarily unhonorable. That's not dishonorable.
No.
I mean, if that's really what you believe.
But I mean, that's to my point where you brought up earlier, like, what was all these actors making money off guns and then not supporting
like
them?
Liam Neeson.
Yeah, he's a fucking clown.
He's the number one.
We gotta send that motherfucker home.
Well, listen, where's he come from?
Qui-Gon Jinn my ass.
Where's he come from?
Isn't he from England?
Mm-hmm.
He's fucking useless, mate.
Yeah, and look how long they've been oppressed. Their populace has been oppressed by the government since day one with knights in armor.
That's their fault.
Right?
We showed them what to do.
Listen, the population weren't allowed to own crossbows because they could shoot a knight off his horse with a crossbow.
Right.
Yeah.
Now they're not allowed to own kitchen knives.
Right.
Well, they tried to ban them anyway.
Right. Yeah, and they had those big boxes
idiots.
where you could turn your knives in.
I heard they were going to try and ban fire extinguishers at one point, and I was just like, what?
Listen, that place is out of control.
Yeah, but they got fine-ass bitches over there.
In England?
Yes.
Bro.
I've seen it on the gram.
It's not possible.
There are some there.
Have you seen their diet? You're the one talking about looking at people's grocery carts.
Hold on a second.
Have you seen,
now we're really getting crazy. So I have a buddy in England who I talked to one time, and he brought up a good point. He said, dude, Americans are the most wild motherfuckers in the world because y'all got a fucking flavor on every food. And I was like, what do you mean? And he goes, look, man, you could buy Pop-Tarts of any fucking flavor. You could buy chips of any fucking flavor.
No, you can't get ketchup flavored chips here in the United States. You got to go to Canada.
That's fucking disgusting. That's just a whole nother topic.
No,
what the fuck just happened?
They love them. What? You pick up your jaw.
I gotta consult with my Canadian female later.
Yeah, consult. Ask her about ketchup flavored chips.
I'm gonna be like, yo, baby girl, send me some ketchup flavored chips. I'll hook you up with Steven Seagal.
She might lace them with arsenic. I wouldn't do that.
Don't tell. Now she fucking knows what to do. You just told her, Joe Skelly.
I'm sorry, Tyler.
Damn it.
I'm sorry.
You're not allowed to say that. We got to edit the whole thing now.
No, all right. So back to this thing with England. All right. We got flavors on everything.
Yeah. And he was saying, he's like, you guys eat pancakes for breakfast. I'm like, yeah, dog. When else would you eat that? He's like, that's a dessert. I said, no, it's a breakfast. He said, no, that's a dessert. I said, we'll just agree to disagree.
Why is it a dessert? You know why it's a dessert in England?
Crepes.
Because of crepes. Because of crepes.
I had some of them small pancakes earlier today. They were great.
Those aren't pancakes. Dude.
Don't say it.
Those aren't pancakes. They're crepes. And
What
where
the
did they
fuck is
come
a
from?
crepe?
And where do they come from?
Where?
France.
Oh, brother. Well, you can't trust anything anymore.
Nope.
Nothing's ours.
And you got to trust.
You know what America is? A big old business of thieves.
Oh.
We're just land pirates.
Okay.
You know it's true.
But how does this translate back? We're going back to the English diet.
Oh.
You're saying they're fine.
No. I was just saying they're making fun of us because we got all kinds of flavored shit.
Okay.
Dude, you can get
I can make fun of them too.
You can get flavored pickled soda.
Yes.
What the fuck's up with that?
Have you seen pickles that are made in Hawaiian Punch? They're called tropicals.
You're making that shit
I
up.
am Google-ate that right now. Get on your
Getting
Google-later.
Google phone. Okay. Okay, here we go. I'm getting a Google later.
Get your Google-later out. They're called tropicals.
Who has this?
You probably get it at Walmart.
What is it called?
Tropicals.
Tropicals.
Right? It's pickles made in Hawaiian punch.
Okay, well, definitely didn't bring that up. Pickles.
Yeah. Just
look, tropical pickles, Walmart.
See, of course it'd be at Walmart. Of course. And in England, what do they eat? Yeah, we get goofy stuff, right? We get food for all people.
These are, I don't know what these are, but this isn't looking good either.
It's disgusting.
How do you know this is fruit punch? You mean like fruit punch, the brand, or just like a fruit punch?
Hawaiian punch, fruit punch, whatever it is. Red Kool-Aid. It's pickles made in fruit punch.
I'm just going to Google pickles in fruit punch. This is some weird shit right here.
You want to get disgusting?
It came up again, man.
Yep.
Van Holten's pickles. Fruit punch pickles. Oh. What the fuck, man? Here's a bitch fucking putting Kool-Aid into her pickles.
Right.
Why?
Right.
Who makes this?
It's here in the United States.
What the fuck is wrong with you people?
But where did Stone Soup originate?
Yeah, but Stone Soup is a joke.
Is it?
That was a joke. That's from a children's book.
That's not a joke. That's what the peasants of England had to eat.
Tricking people into bringing stuff out. When I'll drop the stones in, you bring the potatoes.
Listen, I'm just telling you, British food is not what you think it is.
What? Okay, what about the, what's that pie called? You know.
Shepherd's pie?
Yes.
Okay.
What's wrong with that one? I had that once. At a place called the Tilted Kilt, by the way, which
is garbage.
Whoa.
Tilted Kilt's garbage. That's
Really?
not real Irish food.
I kind of didn't make it past the girls in the kilts.
Okay, I'm talking about the food.
I don't care about the food, man. It's the Hooters with kilts.
You still haven't explained to me what makes British women so hot.
Their accents. They're beautiful.
Oh, so it's an accent thing.
They're just amazing. How many British women have beat you up? That's what I need to know. Fucking punk show where you hanging out with the Brits were beating your ass is what I need to know right now. He's going all out against them. Okay. Let me just, I'm going to bring up a list here because I'm fucking stupid and can't remember anything. Here we go. British. Female.
Hot? Is that what you're Googling?
Who? Where are the British? Okay, that's not a good list. This is about to give me like the old ones.
Listen, I'm sorry. It sounds like you're afraid to look in your own backyard for the hot ladies.
Oh, no. I'm all about them. I married a local who'd never mind. We should stop talking.
All right. Fair enough.
I'm gonna dig myself into a hole. Here we go. What about this girl? Helena Boham Carter. Isn't that the girl who plays? Who is that girl? Is that the crazy girl that plays Bellatrix? What about her?
Okay.
She plays Bellatrix, married fucking homeboy, Tim Burton. Yeah? What? Fight Club?
Okay.
Literally.
Okay.
She's a little weird looking, but it still plays. Emily Blunt. Yeah, I'm not so sure about that one.
See, bro.
Kate Winslet. Wait, is this titty girl from the Titanic?
Yes.
Wow, she aged pretty well. As discussed earlier, Harry Potter, Emma Watson.
Oh, God. See, this...
I'm just pulling out examples. That's all I got.
I'm out on Harry Potter. 100%. I don't care who was in it. I don't care. Elle McPherson could have been in Harry Potter. I'd have been out.
Carrie Mulligan?
You know why? Because they never once said Alakazam in any of those fucking movies.
Alakazam and Alakazam, and I don't know the other lyrics to the song.
I don't know. They never once said Alakazam and made something happen.
Didn't they?
No, I'm out.
What about Abracadabra?
They didn't say that either.
He did.
No, he didn't.
Because in one of the originals, he said, I thought you were just going to tell me I got to say abracadabra or something.
Oh, but see,
Maybe not in the movie,
They made
in the
it
books.
they made it a joke.
Yeah, of course.
They didn't use it as an actual thing.
You know, the chick who wrote Harry Potter's adorable, and she's
A
British.
psycho that got kicked out of her own company.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
She's not in control of her own
Oh.
company anymore.
That's because we shouldn't tread in this water because people will get mad and ban us.
For sure.
But aren't they mad because she made Gandalf gay or something like that?
I don't know. She made some kind of off-color comments and they banned her. Anyway,
She's racist?
I don't know.
She's from the UK. Expect it. They're all angry. The only non-angry UK motherfuckers I know are all here in America.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Is that because they're oppressed? Is that because they can't own
Bro,
kitchen
you would
knives?
not believe,
Can't
like,
own fire extinguishers?
some of the chicks
have to
I've
drive on the
talked
left
to-
side of on the right side of the road so that the knights could cut them down with a sword.
You know, the biggest thing that I get from, and I'm only saying mostly females because of what I talk to. I don't really talk to a lot of dudes in the UK, but actually I know some heroin addicts from there. They got drug problems up there for real.
Yeah.
Okay, but moving on.
Train spotting.
Right. Oh, don't even get me started on that movie. That movie's in my nightmare movies. That's like one of them that I really don't watch. So, okay. Fuck, I lost my train. Oh, no. So every time I talk to a female who is for the life of the UK, usually their only argument about America is that we're ultra violent and angry. That's what I hear every fucking time. Oh, all you care about is your guns and you're so mad. And I'm like,
What about all your football riots?
Like, are we talking about football or football?
The real football.
Oh, the real football?
Yeah, the
I
real
mean,
football.
yeah, you know?
Footy.
Footy.
As they like to call it, footy.
Footy.
Yeah.
Bro, they got entire gang turf wars over that shit.
Yes, they do.
Right.
Yes, they do.
They're just looking for a reason to get drunk and beat each other up.
Right.
Which is understandable.
That's
I'm
why
for
their
that.
dental plan's so terrible.
Right. I'm for that. Not because I'm angry and violent. But they always have to make a reference to the guns, right? Well, you guys got so many guns. What do you need them all for? Well, gee, so I don't have to live like you.
Ah.
That's what I told them. Usually those conversations only last less than 24 hours.
I imagine.
Yeah.
I imagine.
Yeah.
I imagine.
Because we're angry, cowboy, gun-toting. I'm like, bitch, I've never even been on a horse. Except for maybe once at the circus, and it was against my will. I don't get on no big-ass animals that could eat me, beat me up, stomp me.
I rode an elephant at the circus one time as a kid.
Oh, my God.
If you got there early, they had like a little basket on the elephant's back where they'd put like 9 kids, and they would walk
Oh, 9 fucking kids.
they would walk the elephant around. And
9 fucking kids, right? Just one. It was 9.
Yeah, they would walk you all
And they
around.
wonder why those elephants stampede through all those people.
Well,
Loading them up with kids and shit.
right.
Yeah, little
No.
ants crawling all over you and shit. I'd be shaking them off too. They're not. The elephant wasn't angry. He was just trying to shake off the ants that crawled up on his back.
Right.
Oh
And
man!
by the way, elephants aren't afraid of mice.
Why the fuck would they be afraid of mice?
That was like the old adage that elephants were afraid of mice. They're afraid of something else really small, and it's really weird. I can't remember what it is. I'd have to goggle-ate it later.
Does that come from a Disney movie?
The elephant's afraid of mice?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of things that aren't real apparently that I grew up and learned about Disney,
Yeah.
like that mice travel with their families. Right. Now, losing a family member, that's legit.
That's legit.
Getting lost in New York, definitely legit. Dealing with a bunch of assholes in a back alley in New York, definitely legit.
Okay.
But losing a mouse with a cowboy hat on, not legit.
Not legit.
No.
How about the fact that Disney made all step-parents evil?
Are we going with that one?
Nah.
We could rile into that.
We could.
Can we name any step parents that weren't, though?
Dude, it doesn't take anything to be a biological.
Oh, sure it does. Takes a 30-second tango.
30-second tango
And
to
a
be a
little bit of
biological,
spit,
but that
baby.
doesn't
Oh!
right. Hey, but that doesn't make you a parent.
No.
There are a lot of people who are parents that aren't biologicals.
Yes, sir.
That's my argument.
I fall under the takes a village thing.
Okay.
It does. I don't care what anybody says.
That's legit.
Yeah.
That's legit.
Nobody's ever defined by just their parents.
All right. So
We're getting off topic,
We're
though.
so far off
Let's get back
topic
to
there.
Tom Cruise. Val Kilmer doesn't want to make the movie.
Right. I learned I didn't want to become a fighter pilot because my mom said I'd be blown into a million smithereens.
And And I learned that if you turn on the theme song and play a dogfighting video game, you can get as much fighter pilot as you want right there.
It satisfies the
Don't
need.
cost us $500 million either when I crash that fucking plane over and over, which is what happens generally.
When you do the flight simulators.
Yeah.
Well, the U.S. government just lost $42 billion in planes this week.
Right. You know, I never make it past like 10 seconds of that song, right?
No.
Because I die as soon as we come out of the gate. Do 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 do, and then I fucking die, and I'm like, damn it, restart the song. Right?
Right.
So just hear the beginning of that fucking song over and over. I keep a little picture of Tom Cruise right in front of my monitor,
Imagine him riding his motorcycle along the runway.
cheering me on with his arm.
Yeah, cheering you on.
That motorcycle that he's riding is dope.
Do you think they gave him the kids version?
Is that the one where he had to learn how to ride a motorcycle for that movie?
Yes.
Is that it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Some fucking MI6 spy he is.
Right. Because
Can't
I don't
even
think he
ride a
learned how to
motorcycle.
ride a motorcycle in risky business.
Did he have a motorcycle in Risky Business?
No, not at all.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Thus, he didn't have to learn.
right.
I don't know. My life was changed. Yeah, I mean, sometimes I might think, like, what would my life have been like had I become a Navy fighter pilot? And then I realized I would have had to spend a lot of time on an aircraft carrier
With a bunch of dudes.
with a bunch of dudes floating out in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah. I'm good on that.
Yeah, I'm good on that.
No Australian chicks, no British chicks, no American chicks.
None of the above.
Maybe
for
some,
months.
Maybe some dude looking chicks.
Yeah, for months at a time.
This day and age.
Yeah, months at a time. So that wasn't the
No.
lifestyle for me.
No.
I was out on that.
No. I'm good on that.
I don't know. So here we are. Quick discussion, right?
On everything.
On everything.
30, 97 seconds. Listen, Val Kilmer did us a favor
Okay. How?
because he made sure that Tom Cruise knew he was dangerous.